Yo, fine scouts and intrepid internet travelers, welcome to my channel. I'm Josh, your Binge Buffoon, if you will have me. Today, I'm going to be watching All Quiet on the Western Front. I'm very late to the game when it comes to this story. I never read Eric Maria Remarque's novel, famous novel, which I know has been adapted into a couple of films before. One in 1930 and another, I think it was in 79. It was a British adaptation. And both of those films were critically acclaimed and I believe won Academy Awards, just like the most recent one, which came out in 2022, which I'm going to watch now. All I really know about this story is that its original author, Remarque, was a German soldier. And then after the war, started talking to other soldiers during his recovery, I believe, in preparation for his novel, which very much presents an anti-war sentiment. This latest film is directed by Edward Berger. I know it stars Daniel Bruhl. I like war novels and movies. I don't know why, probably for the same reason you do, or many of us do, because it's this dramatization which turns out into sometimes a romantic look at the worst, most tragic and extreme situations we've ever put ourselves in. We being humanity, in situations that have dictated history and the reality we live in now. As futile as war is and seems, ironically, we continue to live in it or around it as it influences everything and is provoked by everything. Ego, greed, money, power, land, lust, the Trojan War, Helena Troy, whatever or whoever it may be that we're fighting for. Also, there's something about duty and patriot. Fuck me.
Not only do the most significant moments in history concern war, but virtually all of us either have friends or family members who have served or are serving, or we've served ourselves, or are currently serving, if we're fortunate enough to live in a country that isn't war-torn or under siege.
That said, war always feels like something we need to look at because, in my opinion, not because it don't change us or somehow lead to world peace, because I don't think that's possible, but at the very least it can put things in perspective. I'm interested to see how this film does that by adapting source material that's, I guess, basically a century old at this point. But yeah, given how old this story is, surely they've made changes to make it more digestible for a modern audience. That's not something I'll notice because, like I said, I haven't seen any of the previous adaptations or read the novel. The only older war novels I've really read, fiction-wise, I don't know. I read a lot of Hemingway, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Farewell to Arms. I fancied myself a young Hemingway at one point. Not. Maybe this film makes some contemporary changes. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't give a fuck. Without further ado, reaction channel. Let's ride the coattails of other people's art. I don't like the way that intro went. Felt self-serious, dark, and kind of like I was pontificating. I don't know shit about war, with a bunch of generalizations and assumptions. Usually I try to smile in intros. You know, let's watch this movie. But I have a feeling that's not the kind of mood that this film's going to require. So, still gonna crack jokes though, so don't be offended if I do. You have to. Always. All my buddies who are in the military have the darkest humor you could possibly imagine, and it's beautiful. Oh, wait a second. This film's going to be in German, isn't it? Making sure I have my subtitles on. Also, I'm extremely German, if that has any relevance. My great-grandfather immigrated right before World War I broke out. He was just on vacation after his parents died, and then the war broke out, and he couldn't go home. So he stayed in America, and now I'm here. On the other side of my family, my other great-grandpa was French. His parents died in the war. He was adopted by Germans. Doesn't matter. Fox and the Cubs. Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. The imagery is already startling in this film. But also beautiful, you know? The sound design's crazy. Right, trench warfare. Oh, okay, it's in English. Fuck. This is a one-shot. We haven't cut. Well, now we did. Henrik. Nice. It's like, what do you even aim at? How can you see shit? The second you build up a courage to look, you're gonna get shot. Oh, there he goes. Woo! What a fucking opening. Wow! That cut to the title, too, was effective. Wait, why is it in English? Do I have... Is the dub on or something? Why would the Germans be speaking English? Oh, I do have the dub on. That's just what default happened. He's opening the guy's jacket, I'm pausing. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch it in the original German. That's the way to experience anything, is its original intended format. Or what is this? Dun dun dun. That's a wild choice musically, but I like it. Dude, the direction in this already. It's like, it's already, it's just beautiful. And the score right now, I don't know how to describe how I feel about it. It's like something out of a Nolan film, like a Hans Zimmer sort of thing, but it's also, yeah, what the fuck was that? I like that a lot, though. I'm willing to bet there's some serious modern changes here. I mean, this definitely has a modern vibe in regards to its approach to this sort of film, obviously. Creatively, this really feels like a film that isn't fucking around. And now my subtitles aren't on. Jesus Christ.
Das müssen seine Eltern machen.
Wir haben es aber nicht. Also gib schon her.
Das geht nicht, das merken die doch.
Hä, wie denn?
Hier, an der Schwelle des Daseins.
Dude.
Es ist ein großer Moment. Denn in späteren Jahren werden Sie einmal danach beurteilt werden, was Sie heute... Ihre Taten werden das Grundwasser bilden für das Wachstum...
Nourishing the growth of a strong and noble route.
Also braucht Soldaten keine Kinder. Ich bin mir sicher, dass ich die meisten von Ihnen hier in der Heimat bald wiedersehen werde. Das Schwert mit Ehren zurück in die Scheide gesteckt.
Jesus.
Dann werden Sie...
They're so excited about it.
Nun endlich auf Paris marschieren! Ja!
Wow. It's like I was saying about the appeal of patriotism and doing your duty. It is an appealing thing. Honor is an appealing thing. The thing is so... and I'm not trying to say there's a way around it, but especially back then, it's always the kids, right, that are drafted or have to join up. And as a kid, going to war, being a soldier, is very appealing because you want to be a man. You don't necessarily know the right way to become one or the right man to be, but you know that if you do that, as far as everyone else is concerned, you're a man. At least that's what everyone tells you.
Okay.
And that can be exciting. But this dude is not a man. None of these boys are intimidating whatsoever. You know what I mean? They're just joking around and laughing. Like you're getting ready for night out. I've seen kids more serious before a football game. That, whatever that is, that instrumental, it's not instrumental. I don't know what the fuck that is. Dun, dun, dun. They're really gonna mess with this contrast of how happy they are right now compared to how destroyed they are mentally and emotionally later on. And that dun, 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 is very foreboding. It's like, no, yeah, everything's quiet and kind of ominous, but then dun, 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 the music just becomes threatening sporadically, you know. You like dirty girls? Oh no, I don't, sir. When did he sleep with a dirty girl? How do you know she's dirty? Oh, it's the gun, duh. Or the rifle, sorry.
Verdammt, Sie werden sie makellos halten wie die Schenkel der heiligen
As the thighs of the Holy Virgin.
Sie sind jetzt an der Westfront.
They're so happy. They're leaning into the enthusiasm a little much. Like, they're really just, yeah, let's go! I mean, I guess, probably. I just feel like they might be leaning into it a little bit so that it hits us harder when these kids just get destroyed.
Was verdammt nochmal ist passiert?
Sie können sich einen Befehl in den Arsch stecken. Ich habe hier 40 Mann, die mir im Matsch krepieren. Steigen Sie sofort aus.
You lean into every emotion when you're young.
Wenn die Franzosen besser zielen könnten, würde man uns jetzt mit einem Löffel zusammenkratzen und in einem Kochgeschirr beerdigen. Aber eins ist so sicher wie das Amen in der Kirche.
This guy, Lieutenant, loves his analogies and metaphors. Loves them. That's a sign of intelligence. They're in good hands.
Die paar Bäume werden bei Tagesanbruch fast sicher tot sein.
It's a great way to inspire confidence. Oh, Jesus. This movie's over too. I'm going to be exhausted by the end of this, aren't I? I'm curious, and maybe someone knows this in the comments. Is the main character here, Paul, a surrogate for, or a proxy for Remark? I mentioned Hemingway earlier, and he would always, the main character was always sort of a stand-in for himself. I'm wondering if he's doing the same. I'm wondering if this author did the same thing. Maybe not. This is probably less semi-autobiographical and more an amalgamation of everyone's story that he heard, including his own.
Ich habe das irgendwie anders vorgestellt. Halt die Klappe, Ludwig.
Come on, this isn't.
Ich kann meine Hände nicht mehr spüren.
They just imagine glory and.
Meinst du, es wird dann besser schießen?
I mean, it'll make sure that it shoots, that it fires.
Unsere ersten Franzosen. Beruhig dich, Paulchen. Montrez-vous!
He's okay.
Wir haben euer Mündungsfeuer gesehen. Hm?
Schießen, verlagern. Schießen, verlagern. Verstanden?
You know, my grandpa was a World War II vet, and he had a helmet like that. After he died, we were cleaning out his place. I went in the attic, and I found his helmet upside down, catching water because there was a leak in the roof, and he used his helmet to catch the water. I don't know what that says about, like, what... I don't know what that says about his experience as a soldier, but... the fact that that was the first thing he thought about using to catch the water...
Verschiebt sich das Granatfeuer nach vorne und direkt dahinter rückt die Infanterie nach.
Yeah, they're just clearing a path, essentially. Kind of just sitting ducks.
Bin gleich wieder da. Lass mich raus. Lass mich raus, ich will heraus.
We can. He's done. Fuck me. Yeah. There hasn't been a minute in this film of chill. We didn't meet anyone's families. We just saw them convincing their buddy to forge a signature and sign up, and then here we are. Jesus. Bro, the wide shots and the imagery and how they, like, the zoom in. This... It's so effective when the camera zooms in on him and then zooms out to show everything around him. And, Jesus. You'd just be in shock, wouldn't you? It'd be like you'd feel drunk almost. What the fuck? He gets it. Eat something, kid.
Und Sie? Sind Sie verletzt?
Dann einsammeln.
Our gathering.
Sicherling bringt sie.
Wow. That's what he wanted to hear, I'm sure. But I think we already gathered that by the way everyone was acting after they dug him out. Holy shit. I was just gonna say how haunting this is like when the music's... Buddy's glasses. I knew as he was doing that, he was gathering off the other guys, the tags and stuff. There would be a moment where he would have to do the same to one of his friends or somebody new, yeah. The only thing that's thrown me a little bit is we've got here so fast. It went from normality to this immediately almost in regards to our following of Paul. But I think that was by design because that's how he feels. Like, it's shocking. It feels shocking. Oh, back in this forest. It's doing something weird with these cuts to peace and nature. We got the foxes at the beginning.
Blumenthal, Samuel, Dresden, 6. November 1900. Der hatte gestern Geburtstag.
Jesus fuck.
99. Götz Lüttwitz.
Das genügt.
Look, real quick, people bitch about getting older, but there are some people that never make it as far as like I have in life or you have. Should be grateful. There's people I grew up with that aren't around anymore that didn't make it as far in life as I have. And I don't mean that in terms of success. I just mean didn't get to live as long. And these kids didn't even get to live a life, really. They got a taste of what they could become, and then that was it. Maybe. They probably didn't even know who they were. Who's Daniel Brühl?
Wieder mehr als 40.000 Tote allein in der letzten Woche.
Jesus. Just looks like a zombie right now. All the glory and everything they thought they were joining up for is gone. You know, this was supposed to be the war that ended all wars. World War I. It didn't. I should probably say this, and I didn't say it before, that there's an added element of being an American watching this, because obviously we've, as a country, fought against Germany in both wars.
Help! Help!
Jesus Christ, he stole.
Ganz.
Somber music plays because there's things seem okay. I don't know.
Schmeckt's auch?
Oh, it's bad.
Ja, gut.
Oh, it's good. Okay.
Gut, Paul. Okay. Das Leben ist kurz.
Life is short.
Du hast die ganz gestoßen. Gib sie wieder her!
All these shots of nature.
Hey, salut!
This is occupied France, dude. They're not gonna want anything to do with you, right? The French don't like the Germans right now.
Hey, Franz, wo willst du denn jetzt hin? Oh la la! Vous êtes très belle, mon amour! Wo will denn er jetzt hin?
Is he leaving? Oh, and that guy looks so happy. But yeah, dude, he wasn't gonna share. I didn't really mention before how the uniforms they got were from dead soldiers, you know. They didn't know that, but which hammers home the whole point of like how they were kind of fed a line of bullshit speeches and whatnot. Oh yeah, because this can't read.
Am Sonntag gehe ich zum Grab von unserem Kleinen. Im nächsten Jahr gehen wir hin und feiern zusammen seinen 10. Sei geküsst von deiner Frau. Wiedersehen.
Soll das alles werden? Hm? Wieder zurück müssen ins Leben. Und wir spazieren da rum wie Reisende in der Landschaft von früher. Ob ich denn nicht nur mit dir und dem...
Yeah, you have to adjust in such a dramatic and insane way that how do you revert back, you know? I just realized his pants are down. Also, yeah, you just gotta keep moving.
Evas?
Oh, of course. Zach Bryan over here gets all the chicks. It's just, when I first saw this guy, I thought he looks like Zach Bryan.
Ich will auch mal.
Oh, God. Well, let's go, fellas. Get a whiff.
So einer hat doch nie Dreck unter den Nägeln. Höchstens mal Sand vom Strand.
At worst, some sand from the seashore. No, probably not, but it's nice to dream. Everyone smells. Oh, there it is again. It just shocks you, gets you. Just reminds you that we can't have nice things. Dun, dun, dun. It's wild that they chose to include this. It's effective. Well, here he is. That's a mustache. That's so... It's weird how badass that it kind of is, too. That's a stroke of genius. This. Again. Kinda.
Guck mal, Nina ist aus dem Anzug gestoßen.
Whoa.
Nee, die sind erst seit gestern verschwunden.
Alright, they're looking for the... 60 young recruits.
Hier gas.
Mustard gas. I forgot of how prominent that was in World War One. Very. Having flashbacks to history class, that and like trench foot. Peace was negotiated, right? At the end of World War One, because Woodrow Wilson was very apprehensive to get involved, and then I believe there was talks, the armistice. Yeah, getting ahead of myself.
Bonjour, madame. Je suis Krop.
Oh man.
Et toi?
This is how you're gonna practice? It's better than nothing. God damn it, man. He's so thirsty and lonely. It makes me sad.
Tu veux venir avec moi?
I swear to God, if he's a virgin and he dies, or he's take her with you. Just do it. Let's give this man a family and a happy ending. Not gonna happen. This boy, he's probably 17. The most gentle face, this kid. Jesus. The gas killed him? In here?
Cut! Und die Masken zu früh abgenommen.
Oh, damn.
Bald ist Deutschland leer.
Yikes. He's gonna play a crucial role in negotiating peace, isn't he?
Herr General. Die Franzosen erhöhen den Druck, Herr General. Wir müssen mit einem Angriff rechnen.
Die Sozialdemokratie ist das Ende der Menschheit, Briggs. Ich habe soeben die deutsche Delegation zur Verhandlung eines Waffenstillstands in den Zug nach Compiègne gesetzt.
Let's do it.
Diese Menschen, Brixdorf, verkaufen unser Vaterland. Und solange sich das nicht ändert, kämpfe ich hier um jeden Meter. Die Franzosen versuchen uns ihre beschissenen Bedingungen aufzuzwingen.
Completely unacceptable.
Wir müssen jetzt zuschlagen. Mit all unserer Macht.
Well, they cast this guy perfectly. He looks like Eggman from Sonic. It's good that we have this nuance when it comes to leadership, you know? These shades of gray, these two types of people. Especially in retrospect, maybe not in retrospect, but it's sometimes I think we think, oh, we fought the Germans, they were the bad guys, we were the good guys. And I'm not talking about World War II, but in this case, you know, it's not like an entire country and all the people there are bad. It's not how the world works. They're just the people we're fighting because of reasons, you know? The people that live in whatever country, what are you going to do? You have to do what you're told, essentially. Or pay the price. That's why it's easier to buy into it. Like, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing this for honor and glory, etc., etc. Sorry, I'm pontificating again. Being sanctimonious. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Comb your pubes. I meant to shave mine, but it's been a while. I'm not going to lie. Like years. Trim. Yeah, they turned off the lights. Whoa! I love the sound design. I think I said that from the jump. But this gluttonous bastard. This dainty fellow. He's annoyed with him.
Monsieur le Maréchal erwartet Sie.
Let's talk about it, fellas. Let's talk about peace. It'll be interesting.
Ich komme gleich wieder.
Oh, the chick poster. Oh, that's a. This is a version of parasocial relationship.
Unseren Völkern unnötige Opfer zu ersparen. Matthias Erzberger, Leiter der deutschen Delegation. Chef de la délégation allemande.
He's unamused.
Vegan, que veulent ces messieurs?
Zur Herbeiführung eines endgültigen Waffenstillstands zu Wasser, Land und Luft entgegen.
Will, dass Sie ihn förmlich darum bitten.
He wants you to beg. Power, egos.
Ich bitte Sie um den Waffenstillstand.
Vous avez 72 heures pour accepter nos conditions.
Geben Ihnen 72 Stunden, unsere Bedingungen zu akzeptieren, Sie sind nicht zu verhandeln.
Non-negotiable.
In Gottes Namen lassen Sie nicht 72 Stunden vergehen. Da draußen sterben Menschen.
Ja.
Alors signez.
Fuck. Fuck. No. It's like you're just running. You're not even fighting, you're just running. Because there was a moment he looked at him and he's just like, you're just another kid like me, for fuck's sake. Like, you can't give yourself a moment to think about these them being people, you know? Can you guys just all stop and play soccer or something? That happened once. We're just eating. Wow, what a thing to just do all of a sudden. Okay, he looks out the door like, do we have a moment? Okay, let's do this. I'm hungry too. Fuck. Wow. What a weird moment to put into in this, like, right now, but it's... Oh, fuck, look at the rats. The tank? I guess that's a tank, yeah. Tanks! Jesus. You know, I really forgot how fucked Germany got and was in World War I. And the country was in pieces, you know, and then that's why there was this power vacuum and what's-his-face, you know. Sorry, I'm not trying to... Also, I just have a very cursory understanding of history. Jesus. Oh, and then this guy. Does Brule have to talk to this guy? This is... Holy shit! Dude, this is one hell of a film. These sets are and everything are incredible. Okay. Dude, they really make this... The music and everything makes this feel very horrific. You know what I mean? Like, this is an incredibly intense... It's... I kind of just keep... Holy fuck! Now it's quiet for the most part. No! No! I can't do commentary watching this. It's just exhausting, and and the music's such a choice with this film. I'm thinking of like films like Saving Private Ryan, where there just is no music during scenes like this where the battle is going on. Everything they're doing is just super intense. God damn it! They killed Albert? I mean, everyone's gonna die except for Paul, probably. But Albert never got to nut. I don't know how much they jerked off back in the day because everyone was so religious and that was frowned upon.
150.000 Amerikaner landen jeden Monat in Europa. Was uns jetzt noch von einem Waffenstillstand trennt, ist nur noch falscher Stolz.
Es ist Winter. Die Männer werden auf dem Heimweg verhungern, anstatt in aller Ehre auf dem Schlachtfeld zu sterben.
Ehre?
Right.
Mein Sohn ist im Krieg gefallen, empfindet keine Ehre.
I assumed that's what, when we saw the picture of his son, I assumed that was his son and this was, yeah, his motivation.
Jede Minute, die wir hier mit Reden vergeuden, stirbt ein weiterer Soldat. Erlangen wir Gnade, wo wir können, aber um Gottes Willen schließen wir Frieden.
What a cut. This is very effective. the dual storylines. Paul in war and Daniel Brohl. So I don't know his character's name. Trying to negotiate peace or negotiate the armistice, ceasefire. Because I don't know about you, but when wars happen and have happened, I'm always thinking about the ones negotiating and making these decisions and how every second that passes, another person dies. And how dire it is for those people. And for the people making the decisions, it's just like business. Your life sucks, Paul. I mean, his is worse, but it's over. Oh, Jesus. Just kill him. Like, proper. Always checking to see. Jesus fucking Christ, man. He's losing it.
Hey, Schnauze!
Bro, sack up and kill him. I get it. I get it. Like, I get it. Or are you gonna try and help him?
Kamerad! Kamerad! Kamerad!
This is crazy. He's gonna try and help the guy he just stabbed a bunch of times. I mean, I get it. It's like he was in the war mentality, and all of a sudden he had a minute, and all of a sudden, this isn't me. What's happening? I mean, he's gonna die though. I think he should just. I get it, but he's. Oh no, and now he gets to see who he is. Letters from his wife and shit. Yeah, his daughter and his wife. Dude, you should have just left him. This is...
Oh. Oh.
It's like the second he was given a moment to let things sink in, he reverted back to like the kid he is, and like, what the fuck? There's a dying man. I'm gonna try and help him. If someone's hurt next to you and they're not a threat, why wouldn't you want to try and help them? I just said kill him because Ender's suffering. That's what I meant, for the record. That was traumatizing, that fucking scene. Fuck you, Eggman. I don't like you.
Nach dem Krieg, da wartet eine Aufgabe auf mich.
Und Sie? Ich bin Soldat. Mein Vater war schon Offizier in diesem Regiment. Als er wiederkam, war er ein Held. Was ist ein Soldat ohne Krieg?
Just a man.
Ein Mann wird alleine geboren, er lebt allein und er stirbt alleine.
Ja.
Er drängt zur Unterschrift.
I didn't expect that. I judge that guy.
Gesehen, Sie verhandeln endlich. Wir fahren bald nach Hause, Soldat!
Not yet.
Was gekriegt? Überm Knie. Glaube ich.
Oh no. Oh. Fuck me.
Wie soll ich denn Zoolandjäger werden? Ich laufe nicht als Krüppel durch die Welt. Das muss auch nicht. Verrückt.
That woman is a legend.
Ist er tot?
Is he?
Du musst jetzt tapfer sein.
Oh.
Du lebst. Dafür musst du dankbar sein.
I didn't think panty sniffing would be so melancholy. It's not panties, obviously. Barf. This film is something else.
Du hast für die zweite Kompanie Vorherrschaft empfangen.
I'm happy Cat's alive. Zach Bryan's gone.
Wenn du vor mir stirbst, bringe ich dich um.
John.
Oh. Dad. Hungry. Share. What the fuck? Dude! Just because you don't want to get amputated? I shouldn't say just. I get it's different back then. And for him. And this dude didn't miss a beat. He's eating now. He got food. There is sort of another layer to that scene where it's like the guy who just wanted to get some food for himself, and then when all that went down, he was able to feed himself. He wasn't the least bit concerned with the guy who just killed himself, took his own life. The other layer is we really sometimes only care about the stuff that directly affects us, especially when it comes to war that we hear about overseas, war in general, because we are able to just go about our lives. And in that scene, it's symbolic of that. He could see it, but it didn't directly affect him, the death. It also just sort of echoes how we get desensitized to things.
Das ist hier alles wie ein Fieber. Keiner will es eigentlich und mit einmal ist es da. Wir haben es nicht gewollt, die anderen haben es nicht gewollt. Trotzdem sind wir dabei. Trotzdem ist die halbe Welt feste dabei. Und Gott guckt zu, wie wir uns abschlachten. Ein paar Stiefel mit dem Gewehr. Richtig schlafen, wir haben Schein gehabt.
It goes without saying that this script is fantastic, but it's obviously an adaptation, so I'd expect nothing less. There's so much in the words.
Worin ist sein Sohn gestorben?
So much heart and horror behind them, you know.
Gucken.
Damn.
Je refuse tout compromis.
Seien Sie gerecht zu Ihrem Gegner, sonst wird er diesen Frieden hassen.
Juste. Signé.
Lassen Sie das Protokoll verzeichnen. Der Waffenstillstand tritt in 6 Stunden in Kraft.
6 hours.
La guerre est finie.
Well, right now Thomas Shelby's getting out of the tunnels, but he would have been fighting for Britain. They're allied with the French. Were.
So still. Wir haben unterschrieben, Paul. Es ist vorbei. Hast du Hunger? Ich hab Hunger.
Worried about you guys though, because there's a lot of time left. And there's 6 hours. Not 6 hours. I don't think it's... You're not home yet, that's all.
Weihnachten. Ist alles noch so weit weg? Da ist es aber nicht. Ist ganz nah.
So close but so far.
Wollen wir ein Kinder bauen? Hey, was ist Weihnachten ohne Kinder? Nix.
It's true.
Wenn wir erstmal wieder zu Hause sind, dann machen wir was Großes. Wir beide zusammen.
No, I don't ever want to see you again. I associate you with bad memories.
Ich bin Schusterbauer. Ich repariere Schuhe.
Oh.
Du kannst lesen, schreiben. Was hat damit tun? Hat mir auch nichts gebracht.
You will.
Ich kann mal einen Brief lesen von meiner Frau.
That's right, yeah.
Du gehst studieren, Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
Das ist schließlich gleich hier.
Damn.
Die Hose ist lose.
I go to school, man. This film is so beautiful at times. It really does a good job of utilizing the landscapes and environment, not only in regards to the sound design, but the cinematography and stuff, you know?
Der Bauer nochmal erwischt, dann schießt mich doch glatt über den Haufen.
They're stealing another goose. This is a bad idea. He's gonna be prepared, or someone's gonna die. This is stupid. This is dumb. It's a woman with a gun. I'm guessing that's what it's gonna be because he smiled. Or a girl. It's a kid.
Tu veux?
Paul's gonna make it, but this guy's gonna die. Saving him or something. What a strange shot. And music right now. Dude! Is this... Somebody's dead. What the fuck? I feel like we just lingered on the kid's face to sort of see... It was like we were staring at the inception or conception of hatred, you know, how it's indoctrinated at a young age. What the fuck? Oh, he hit the eggs. Not indoctrinated, but how it's seeded, you know. That kid, that's a mean-looking kid. These musical choices in this movie are so interesting. Sometimes I'm conflicted about how music will tell you what to feel, but when it contradicts what you think you're supposed to be feeling in a way that doesn't feel like a manipulation, I think it can work very well, especially in a war film, because war is very much a contradiction. Doing terrible things for good reasons. So I don't like doing this, but I do it. An easy out. Putting things in quotations, I mean. What's going on, cat? Music stops. It's the kid! No way!
Kat? Was passiert? Das Kind. Wer hat geschossen?
He killed the kid!
Sohn vom Berger.
And he's dead. Or maybe the kid's okay. Either way, it's terrible. There was only one shot. The kid's fine. To have him be shot by a kid is tragic irony.
Nix reibt sich auf Waffe. Nix.
And rifle, but kind of the same word.
Waffe. Waffe reimt sich auf Waffe.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Cats. And there it is again.
Er ist doch tot.
Oh, of course he is. Of course he is.
Ist ja nur ein kleiner Schreckschuss.
Yeah.
Ja,
You know what?
Direkt in die Leber.
Black blood in the liver. Yeah. See, that was like, I knew someone was going to die because it's like they go through the hell of it, the horror and hell of everything else, and then it's something stupid like that that gets them killed. The hatred, like I was talking about before, the hatred is present not just on the battlefield, but everywhere.
Einfach Pech gehabt. So kurz vor Schluss.
Simply had bad luck. Right at the end, yeah. That's a hell of a line because it's true in more ways than one. I mean, I knew Paul would be the only one left because it wants us to get a look at how traumatized he's. This movie wants to traumatize him as much as possible. This actor's incredible. All these actors. That's not to say that, you know, most soldiers aren't the only one who made it, you know. He's sitting with the dog tag, like, sort of mirrors the beginning of the movie when he the dog tag off his. There's no moment of peace. That's what that does. That's why they put that in this, that dun 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 in this movie. You don't get a moment. Oh, and he's got the bullet hole in the back of his helmet still, obviously.
Soldaten!
What a shot.
Und müssen zusehen, wie deutsche Sozialdemokraten unser geliebtes Volk wehrlos machen durch die Annahme eines perfiden Waffenstillstands. Für sie geht es bald
Holy fuck.
Frau und Kindern.
The look on his face is wild.
Wollt ihr als Soldaten und Helden empfangen werden? Oder als Feiglinge, die den Schwanz einzogen, als es wirklich drauf ankam? Wir werden jetzt zuschlagen mit all unserer Härte und Gewalt. Ich geh nicht mehr in die Schlacht. Ich Maul!
Why am I surprised? And Paul wants it. You're just up there with your dog. He's the coward. He's the weakling. He ain't doing shit. He just wants to win the game, basically. In whatever way he can. Dude. This film's really good at taking you from one place to the other to paint a picture.
C'était Lefebvre. Pauvre con, il l'a gardé pour la fin.
It's the French. They're just gonna attack these guys?
Fin du cauchemar.
This is war crime shit. But Paul's pissed. This is the hatred. He lost everybody. You don't give a fuck.
Attaquez-les! Attaquez-les! Opposition! Opposition!
This is not how I thought this was gonna go. This movie turned into Paul's villain origin story. I'm saying that facetiously, obviously. That was dumb to say, actually. But there's truth to it. It's an oversimplification. Jesus. No empathy. He's got no empathy now. He just wants to kill as many as possible. He doesn't give a fuck. There is no after. There's only now. There's only the rage. This dude, the new kid's like, the new kid on the block's like, what the fuck? This music is wild. It's not even music, you know what I mean. What? I'm like rooting for him. Jesus. It's 11 a.m. It's over officially. He didn't make it. Oh, because some asshole wanted to make a statement and took advantage of his rage and trauma. God, he's even just going towards the light with this. That's right, because they were here before. Fuck you, Eggman. Wow. Wow. It's important to depict that. Just old dudes making decisions that affect the young. Like this.
Na dann. Einsammeln bitte.
Oh, wow. We are mirroring the... I was going to say when there was that moment where this kid looked at Paul and he was like... It was almost like he was looking at what he could become. And now he's doing the exact same thing that Paul was tasked with doing at the beginning of the film. When he was innocent like this. And his innocence was gone like that. Paul's. And he's collecting Paul's dog tags. Fuck me. I mean, he will. The actor who played Paul, I don't know his name right now, but I'll mention it before this video's over to give credit where credit is due. But that actor went from looking like portraying himself as just a naive kid to I don't even know how I would describe him at the end. The tormented soul on his face. The shot of him standing with the other soldiers before was. That woman is a legend. We just linger on him like this. And obviously, it just sort of has dawned on me recently, that melody of dun 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 played very soft. Like it is now, and then at times when things ramp up, it's very startling and in your face. Shortly after the start of hostilities in October 19, the Western Front froze into positional warfare. When the war in November 1918, the front line had barely moved. More than 3 million soldiers died here, often while fighting to gain only a few hundred meters of ground. Almost 17 million people lost their lives in the First World War. Even the credits and everything's just so quiet now. Everything feels so quiet. It's all quiet. Christ. That was, I mean, it's, I guess there's no point in me saying it. Everyone's already said it, I'm sure, but that was a masterpiece. That was affecting. What a fucking film. That's really all I have to say right now. I think it's more effective that we didn't see Paul try to integrate back into civilian life, but I thought that was going to be an aspect of the film, him trying to be a boy again. Felix Hammerer, it's 28. Looks 17. Thanks.